Hey Allie, sorry, I just made you a whole video with my mic muted, so not going to be very helpful. Okay, so I'm going to start with 10. This is the one about technology integration. Scroll down here and take a look at the rubric. As we move from novice to role model, what is changing is the degree to which the technology actually speeds up or slows things down. That's what is meant by the flow of the lesson. I choose these two indicators, 10 and 11, for the coach training very purposefully because people tend to say the same thing twice. In 10 and 11, they tend to just think about like, does the technology like actually improve instruction? And that's actually not what either indicator is about. So indicator 10 is it comes from that whole thing where when you integrate something new into the classroom and it just causes you all kinds of problems, like, oh, we're going to use the iPads in our class today, but nobody remembers their logins and the Wi-Fi is terrible. And now, even though I had this really great idea, the execution was really poor, just because sometimes it's so dang hard to integrate technology and not lose instructional time. So she's saying that this technology actually enhances the flow of the lesson. So what I read there is my use of technology, the students were so used to this technology and the instructions were so clear, and they use it so frequently that we do not have to stop to troubleshoot our use of technology. In fact, I'm able to move faster. I'm able to do more with my students because of the use of technology, right? That's what role model is. All the way down to novice, where we're trying to use this crazy thing, but it's causing us all kinds of problems. So that's really what's changing on this rubric. So let's go back up here now to her contextual evidence, blah, 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 gizmos, active engagement, challenge for the day. They're working with the gizmos. Yep. Okay, so she's put a lot of information here. You really don't need it. But it's there nonetheless. Okay, so then let's look at this document. All right, so this is where I start to really think about this indicator from that purely logistical standpoint. So what she's saying is she's got 5 to 7 minutes, 6 circled, so we'll just say 6 minutes, where she explains to the whole class how to use this app. Okay, 138 of her instructional minutes are lost. What that means is that for every student, they have now lost 6 minutes out of their class period just listening to the teacher explain how to use the app. Okay? Then another group of students, a smaller group of students, 5 of them actually lose another minute. This is all, these first 2 rows here, this is all just like how to use the app, what to do. Now that may not be any different than any other activity that would be going on in the classroom, but still it begs the question of like, was this a smooth integration of technology? Did the use of gizmos actually make the lesson flow more easily or more efficiently? So I did the math on that just a minute ago. The first time I tried to make you a video, and let's just talk about these 5 students who have lost about 7 or 8 minutes of their day. Let's just say it's 7 minutes out of a 50-minute class period. So let me do the math again because I think I did it wrong last time. So 7 minutes out of a 50-minute class period is about 14%. So 14% of their science period has been lost just with instruction. So it's really hard, given that, it's really hard to support the role model ranking. Her evidence is seeming to suggest that there's some interference, that this technology requires me to give instructions once to the whole group and once to a small group. The technology is not so ubiquitous that it actually speeds up or enhances the flow. So that said, this is a tricky indicator. I would definitely write her back. This would have been a resubmit in my book. And I would have said something, probably even here, if not down here. I would have said, to support the role model claim, the evidence must be able to show that no instructional time was lost due to the integration of technology, right? Here, we are not losing minutes. We are not losing instructional minutes due to the integration of our technology. And that's not what we have. In fact, we have the opposite of that. Now, here she's going on to this other thing, and she's talking about like differentiating learning needs, and again, not related to the indicator. Going back, pulling her back in, provide examples of how you were able to move through this lesson more efficiently due to the integration of technology. Okay, so overall, this one would have been a resubmit, but there is a very distinct reason why I include this in the training, because this is an indicator that a lot of candidates and coaches, for that matter, struggle with. I think the structure of your feedback is A-okay. Keep doing what you're doing.